Alright, what is up guys? Back with some more videos, and in today's video, 2013 Phil Heath. Now, this is probably a pretty interesting version of Phil. I feel like this is where I don't know if I want to use the word slip. That's not entirely what happened. It's probably more so the lighting than anything, because the lighting here was way different than the other two. You know, for example, in 2011, 2012, lighting was way better. This is probably the first year where you kind of see Phil Heath's waist starting to grow just a little bit. Take a look at the obliques when he does anything from the front. Take a look at anything in terms of like maybe, you know, if he walks and does transitions from the front to the side, you're going to see the waist in comparison to, for example, 2011, 2012. Now, as you can see right here, Phil is usually way more detailed than this. Now, this isn't like a full HD, like 4K or even 1080p video. Like, it's not doing him any justice, but you can kind of see just from a video perspective that he doesn't have that really nice, you know, detail, you know, down the back, down the glutes. I mean, it's probably there. It's probably the lighting, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying that he doesn't have it. I just can't see it from the video, from the apparent lighting. I mean, it's just not that great. Now, as you can see, a little bit of oblique spillage. Like, this is where Phil he starts to kind of have the distension issue, to kind of have the oblique issue. You know, his waist is not what it was in the first 2 years of him winning the Olympia. You know, the oblique is a little spilling over the trunks there, just a tad. But honestly, man, like, you know, once again, like, I'm starting to nitpick. Like, you know, when you talk about Phil Heath, you are comparing Phil to Phil. You can't just say, you know, Phil has this bad and that bad, because he's a perfect bodybuilder. But when you talk about his early career physiques versus later on, like now you're getting to 13, 14, 15, the biggest glaring weakness that he developed was the waist. I mean, it just got out of whack. Like, conditioning was for the most part consistent, perhaps 1 or 2% off, you know, depending on what year you're talking about. But the waist, I mean, you can really see it a little bit here. It's going to start to get more apparent when we go into the other videos, because I'm trying to do every single year of Phil Heath. So we're going to go to 14, 15, 16, all the way up to his last show, which is 18. The waist is going to be very apparent. But here it looks pretty good still. The lighting isn't great, not his fault. I mean, the lighting is okay, it's just not great. I mean, like, the 2011 lighting was amazing. But Phil Heath, 2013, pretty good version. Beginning of the oblique bubble gut, the spilling, the protrusion, kind of yikes. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's Phil Heath, and still looking pretty good. Yeah, still looking pretty good.